So, the lack of curiosity from mainstream news journalists about the Biden family and the Biden family business dealings and the alleged criminal activities is truly shocking, unless you recognize that they're not actually journalists. They're activists. They're leftist activists. They have a, by any means necessary, approach. And because of that, the news is not the news anymore. The news is now the narrative. And they don't seem to be even particularly concerned with hiding that, as we'll see in this video that I'm about to show you. Anyway, here's the headline. Washington Post columnist ends interview after being confronted over Hunter Biden's story. Well, a Washington Post columnist is not going to like that very much. So this Washington Post columnist, Philip Bump, who has written about Hunter Biden numerous times, had been repeatedly pressed throughout the podcast about evidence of corruption in the Biden family.
What do you take from the text message to his adult daughter, Hunter's text message, that I have to give 50% of my income to Pop?
I have no idea what that means. I have no idea what that means.
Well,
I know it's circumstantial evidence, and you prefer that.
No,
to
what
direct evidence.
could it be?
I have no idea.
But doesn't it?
I don't know.
Well,
I appreciate your.
Has anybody asked her?
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't you think somebody should ask her?
Okay. I'm not. I just said I don't know, and I don't know what to make of it, so I have nothing to say about it.
Yeah,
what do you want me to say?
Yeah, but you say there's no evidence, but then there's a text message where he says, "I give Pop 50% of my money." That's evidence.
Okay. Well, okay, fine.
So
it's evidence. I appreciate you having me on.
It doesn't. That something like that. Who do you think is more? I listen to that and I'm saying,
Am I?
You can free to go.
I feel you want me to leave, like just walk out in the middle of this, because that way you can
you can go.
Right.
Is this a standard? Really, this is the way the Washington Post handles people who disagree with them.
When I agree to be on for 45 minutes,
go,
and then
go.
I get on for an hour and 15. Yeah,
go,
that after a while I go.
Go.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, that's not a lack of curiosity. He's picked his team and he's playing to win. Here's a column from this Philip Bump from August 28th. Republicans have already achieved a desired impeachment outcome. And spoiler alert, he's not a big fan. The idea that Biden is corrupt is largely rooted in the actions of his son, Hunter. Hunter Biden worked as a consultant for a period that overlapped with Joe Biden's service as vice president, work that included foreign companies and interests. Since taking the majority in the House in January, Republicans have been digging into Hunter Biden's finances with an eye towards linking his business activity directly to the president. So far, they've been unsuccessful. Really? Unsuccessful? Well, how about this? Grassley obtains and releases FBI record alleging VP Biden foreign bribery scheme. So, an FBI file into the Biden bribery scheme. I guess that doesn't mean anything. I guess that's not interesting enough. According to the FBI's confidential human source, executives for Burisma, a Ukrainian gas company, brought Hunter Biden on the board to, quote, protect us through his dad from all kinds of problems. At the time, Burisma was seeking to do business in the United States, but was facing a corruption investigation in Ukraine led by then Ukraine prosecutor General Viktor Shokin. Regarding that investigation's impact on its ambitions in North America, Burisma CEO Mykola Zlochevsky reportedly said, quote, don't worry, Hunter will take care of all those issues through his dad. Zlochevsky reportedly stated that he had to pay $5 million to Hunter Biden and $5 million to Joe Biden, an arrangement he described as получили, which is Russian crime slang for being forced or coerced to pay. According to the document. This doesn't sound like nothing, right? This is an FBI file. How about the 16 times that Joe Biden lied about his family's business schemes? Joe Biden lied about not talking to his son about his business dealings. Joe Biden lied about his family receiving $1 million in payments from China through an associate. Joe Biden lied about Hunter Biden making money from China. That should be enough to arouse a little bit of curiosity, shouldn't it? In a real journalist. So I guess if you just don't want to know, you can write something like, so far they've been unsuccessful. How about this? Most remarkably, more than 8 in 10 Republicans think that Hunter Biden funneled millions of dollars to his father in a long-running scheme to help Joe Biden profit off his position. The fervent implication of Republican rhetoric about Hunter Biden, but also the claim that remains entirely unproven. So what does that mean, entirely unproven? Well, there seems to be a lot of smoke there, doesn't there? Does it mean that, well, he hasn't been convicted yet? Well, neither is Trump, and I don't think the Washington Post does let that get in their way. So I guess I'm not exposing anything that everybody hasn't seen a million times before. This is just simply the way that the media works. Oh, and I almost forgot. Joe Biden uses pseudonyms too. He used pseudonyms while he was vice president, including on emails that were CC'd to Hunter Biden. But nothing to see here for this Washington Post columnist. Don't know, don't care, I'm leaving. Oh, and make sure you don't believe any of that misinformation. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.